You ever hand over money and the second that transaction's complete, you just stand there thinking, what just happened?
It's the NEPA fork fight on the Prospector Show on Rock 107.
And welcome to the Why Do We Eat This region. Maybe someone gets upset like UNC in the tournament here. I don't know. A $12, up first already, a $12 stadium sausage.
You're in line. You see the price. You hesitate. You do that little mental math thing in your brain.
You're like, I could not buy this. Then 5 minutes later, you're holding it, smiling like you just made the best financial decision ever.
Because it smells incredible. It tastes even better. And somehow you completely forgot that you just paid $12 for one piece of meat in a bun.
And you do it again. No hesitation.
Oh, yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Versus that pierogi stand at the church picnic everyone says is the best. No sign, no branding, boom.
Just cash only, maybe a handwritten piece of cardboard if you're lucky. The line, it's ridiculously long, and everyone in that line is saying the same thing. No. These are the ones. Trust me, these are the best.
You finally get to the front, you sit down, you take that first bite, and now you're part of the cult.
This matchup, this is overpriced temptation versus underground word-of-mouth perfection.
This is, I can't believe I paid that versus I will pay double next time and not even blink.
The NEPA fork fight on Rock 107. You can vote now at rock107.com because this one...
Oh, it's going to start debates that last way longer than they should. In Northeast PA, you don't need a family photo album. It's all right there, held up by magnets on the fridge, right?
Good morning. It's the Prospector Show on Rock 107.
And the fridges, they tell the stories of our lives, our friends, our families, the businesses we use for things, and what's important to us, because if it wasn't important, it wouldn't be right there where you go for food every single day. So it has to be on the fridge. And Rock 107 has been asking for your refrigerator magnets, and we got some actual magnets from actual listeners. If not, we couldn't do this. We got two. One is massive. The envelope
that was really big.
It feels like it could be almost 2 pounds. So I'm going to open that one quick. And what do you got? And you can already start opening
this one is the Agency for Community Empowerment.
Okay.
In Scranton. And there's little drawings on the front of the envelope. Oh, there's a package inside a package.
I don't like that. I don't know why it's wrapped so tightly.
Oh, gosh. So this one it's for the Agency for Community Empowerment of NEPA, helping people prosper, and it's their business card, and
awesome.
It's, a teacher helping their students, and it's great.
This one is about 8 magnets.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Some of them are definitely stuff we can't talk about, but here's a kitty.
Oh.
World's largest source of natural gas.
Yeah.
One big feral family with a bunch of feral animals. So
these are so cool.
Yeah, and then there are a couple of gifts that came to us as well to the Prospector Show. So that's awesome. And that's, I believe it's Marty, but I'm not sure because I can't read.
You want to read? Oh, okay.
Mikey H. from B-Town Kid, or B-Turn Kid. Thank you to everybody.
You want to read this note?
On the air, read it?
Yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Hi, here's my company magnet. I can't read the rest.
That's why I
of
gave it to you.
I'm a family advocate and design. Okay, so she helps people. And
yes.
All right, okay. Thank you so much for sending all these magnets in. If you still got one and we want it, send it over. What the heck, right? What's the address?
Mail them to the Prospector Show, care of Rock 107, 149 Penn Avenue, Scranton, PA, 18503.
And now we have enough magnets to basically wallpaper our refrigerator, so thank you very much.
The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A Maryland family got a surprise when their cat, Artemis, turned up after being missing for 5 years. The cat disappeared from the family home in 2021 and miraculously turned up in a lady's unfinished basement. Luckily, Artemis was microchipped and reunited with her family. The shelter said this is a textbook case for why you should always microchip your pets.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
Right now, in somewhere in Northeast PA, somebody's standing in front of a plate and they're staring at it, and it's like, this plate's about to define who I am as a person.
That's where we are in the NEPA fork fight on the Prospector Show on Rock 107.
So, Kate, it's the old Ford region where you've got something wrapped in grease, barely contained, going up against something cooked by a guy you know only as Uncle Rich. Air quotes there. It's also the Italian wrapped, hoagie wrapped in grease. So think you can see through it going head to head with the kielbasa cooked by Uncle Rich.
And you don't know his credentials.
No.
You don't know the process either. You just know that you walk away not as hungry as you once were.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just a matchup. It's a decision about how you live your life.
And we're also in the why do we eat this region.
This might be my favorite region, not of foods that I would actually eat, but just of fun descriptions. $12 stadium sausage takes on the no sign, cash only pierogi stand at the church picnic that everybody everybody swears is the best.
You're choosing between something wildly overpriced and something so good, it doesn't even need a sign.
Yeah, all it needs is a smell. And once you complain about the ones like when you're eating it, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it costs this much. And the other like, I will pay so much money.
You defend it like it's family. These are the best. I don't care what anyone says. You just know, okay?
Yeah, and they're not foods anymore, Kate. These are opinions. They're identities. They're borderline personality traits. You know what I'm saying?
And now I'm trying to think of the one in Edwardsville that everybody knows, but I wouldn't know because it doesn't have a sign.
Vote now, right? This is what we want.
Vote now at rock107.com and be ready because the winners of these, they're not just moving on, they're bringing baggage with them.
And if you can find the one in Edwardsville, maybe that's the one you're voting based on. NEPA's fork fight is on. Every bite turns into a potential knockdown, drag-out fight. It's all here on Rock 107.
Pulled the plug on an entire season of The Bachelorette. Don't miss their replacement show, Dodged a Bullet. All of the hunky bachelors who had a chance to end up with Taylor Frankie Paul sit around watching the episodes and make comments.
She's gentle and sweet, unless you piss her off.
I'm not supposed to say anything, but I was one of the final guys. Man, glad I dodged that bullet.
Dodged a Bullet, premiering Sunday night on ABC. Then stay tuned for disaster after the final rose.
The following rant may cause you to pull your hair out, scream at the radio, punch the dashboard. Complaints should be addressed to loudmouth yambag at rock107.com.
Let's talk about spreading. And I don't mean man spreading like the oversized yam bag who won't put his knees together on the airplane. I'm talking about holiday spreading. Now, I don't know if it started when girls started expecting birthday weeks instead of birthdays, but it's gotten out of control. Take a recent holiday. St. Patrick's Day, for example. It used to be one day, March 17th. You wore something green, said some errand go bra nonsense, and had some green beer and got on with your life. Not now. Not anymore. No. St. Patrick's Day is spreading like the rash that you hope your wife doesn't notice. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day is creeping out more and more from the 17th in both directions. If it wasn't for March Madness, it would already own the month. I'm sure of it. Think about it. The green craft starts going up the day after Valentine's Day. But yeah, the merch is up in February. The first parade for St. Patrick is like March 5th. And you're thinking, well, the parade's happened, the St. Patrick's Day happened, and it's over. Oh, no. There's more to come. Strasbourg having a parade this weekend. We should be thinking about spring break. We should be seeing college kids in swimsuits, not pale-skinned, red-headed, freckle-faced monsters parading around in the most obnoxious shade of green outside of a nuclear reactor. Most of the other holidays are spreading, too. Labor Day gets a weekend. Memorial Day is at least 3 days. And Christmas is like a tubby guy at an old country buffet. It just gobbles up everything in sight. It's eating up the other holidays around it to the point where you can't even mention another holiday without some yambag screaming about Merry Christmas. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Only your culture counts. Meanwhile, the world's greatest holiday, a festivity filled with football, food, and family, barely gets an afternoon. Thanksgiving's over before the tryptophan kicks in, yet here we are, still dealing with drunken Seamuses bragging about their shillelaghs all throughout March. I'm Prospector. I'm for the people. Who's with me? I gotta go crazy, man.
Ever see the crazy guy screaming at the wall outside the Times building?
Where does this rage come from, my son?
Tweet us with hashtag I found Prospector and we'll come and get him. Prospector, mornings on Rock 107. Monstrous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
It might be harder to get into heaven if you have to explain stealing baseball cards from Walmart as a middle-aged man. A 42-year-old man named Aiden Smith was arrested a couple of weeks ago just after leaving a Walmart. He had 27 packs of baseball cards hidden in his clothing, and apparently he didn't pay for them. Aiden wasn't just a baseball fan. He's also the head priest and dean of Trinity Episcopal Cathedral in downtown Pittsburgh. And it wasn't just a one-time sin. Walmart says he's been inside that store 5 straight days and was caught by the security cameras stealing baseball cards every time. The stolen cards are valued at over $1,100. The Episcopal Diocese of Pittsburgh says they're investigating the situation. It's unclear what a priest would be doing with baseball cards. Maybe he's just an avid collector.
Nominee number 2.
Sometimes a cop needs a field sobriety test to see if a driver's impaired, and sometimes it's more obvious. A 31-year-old woman in Florida named Nadine Kaufman was pulled over last week after a police officer saw her drift across lanes and blow past a red light. The officer asked for her driver's license and registration, and she allegedly handed over a bag containing Q-tips and batteries. Her breath also had an overwhelming odor of alcohol. Kaufman is facing several misdemeanor charges, including DUI.
Nominee number 3.
One of the stereotypes of Florida is that it's packed with drunk, elderly people driving golf carts around. And it's not true. A 65-year-old man in Florida named James Pronte called 911 earlier this month after his wife fell out of their golf cart, hit her head, and was unconscious. When cops arrived, they noticed that James appeared intoxicated. He admitted they'd been partying at the club since noon, and it was around 9 p.m. at the time, and he failed some sobriety tests. He was arrested and charged with DUI with serious bodily injury. Thankfully, his wife should be okay. She's in the hospital in stable condition. They were not on a golf course at the time. This was a regular street, so officials are reminding people that you can't drive anything after you have been drinking. It's dangerous for you and everyone around you.
Nominee number 4.
This might have been a little badass if it was legit. A 33-year-old man in South Carolina named Patrick Alexander was arrested for misdemeanor trespassing last week. He spent a night in jail, but the next day he was brought before a judge who set the bail at $250. Patrick pulled out a wad of cash, handed the judge 4 $100 bills, and told him, "Keep the change." What, are we tipping judges now? There's only one problem. It was counterfeit money. The judge immediately noticed that the cash didn't look right. When he flipped the bills, there was Chinese writing on the back. So instead of being freed, Patrick was hit with a pair of new charges, felony forgery and contempt of court, which is a misdemeanor, and Patrick's bond was increased by $6,000.
And the winner is...
the priest who was arrested for stealing baseball cards from a Walmart. You are the Yam Bag of the Week. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107.